everybody. This is Brandy, and today is Friday, February something, and I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you all about these two amazing programs that I have starting both on March 5th, and right now you can get into both programs at one price, as well as get all these great bonuses, and I just want to tell you about it so everybody knows. And so one of the programs is my Raw Foods on a Budget program that I've been doing it's based off of my award-winning book, Raw Foods on a Budget. The book is all about teaching you how to thrive on affordable, budget-conscious, budget-loving, beautiful, vibrant, raw foods diet. And I hate to even call it a diet, it's more like a lifestyle, because it's all about nourishing your body and making nourishing choices in your life. It goes beyond food. Okay, so we have that program coming up. Sorry, it's my phone. And then we also have the Raw Yoga Life also starting on March 15th, which combines several interests that I've had, one including raw foods and teaching people how to do raw foods in a more convenient, sustainable way. And I mean sustainable for your life. Because if it's not affordable, if you have no time to, or if it requires a lot of time in the kitchen, or if it's too difficult, it's really hard to maintain, so it's not sustainable for actual living. And so my goal, hi Felicia, my goal is to teach people how to make it more sustainable for their lives, as well as taste good and be colorful. Those of you who have seen my winter menu plans, there's a lot of color in them. There's no reason why you can't have color in the winter. Okay, so that combines raw foods. It also combines life empowerment coaching, which is all about helping you to fine-tune your vision. What do you want out of life? And it gets you out of the doing phase of life and more into the being phase of life. All of us are interested in being happy. All of us are interested in being content and having, that energy, that kind of momentum, that joy. And we're, in every advertisement, they try to sell us those things, and they sell it convincing us that we need to do these things to get them. And then what ends up happening is that we lose focus, and we end up focusing on the doing, and we don't actually become the things that we want. We actually don't really become all that happy, all that joyful. And so what that is all about is really helping people to understand that the focus here is on the being. The focus here is on the being, and the goals we set and all those things that we talk about, the daily routines, those are all in service to the being that you want to become. Okay, so we talk about things like that, and it's so it reaches my heart, because the things I'm teaching are things that I experience and I've watched in others, I think for me, I was pretty much dead for a good portion of my life in terms of the living aspect. And so it's pretty cool that, I get to tell not only my story by directly telling my story, but also use that story as a way of helping others. It's so cool. And then the last thing that incorporates is yoga. And it does it in it's a service to you. A lot of times yoga sometimes gets, it's focused on like, you try to look like a picture, but that's not living. Oh my God, that's so static. It just hit me, and the mind is so much like that. We it's very external, or we're trying to achieve certain goals or look a certain way or whatever. And that's not what yoga is. Yoga is all about your living, and it teaches you skills of being okay with just sitting with yourself, being alone with yourself, so that you can get to know yourself. So it's in a lot of ways, it's very basic, but at the same time, it's very sophisticated, because you're talking about the mind and how the mind works, and it's giving you life skills. And so it goes beyond any kind of religion. You can have, someone who's Muslim, Christian, Jewish, any religion you can think of, all practicing yoga. And it includes not only physical postures, but it could include things like meditation. It can include, those are only meditation is actually 3 limbs of yoga. The physical part's only 1, and then there's 4 other limbs. So there's other aspects of yoga that we often don't talk about, but they're all in service to us. That is helping us to be better humans, become the people that we want to become, showing us how to show up to life. And that's what yoga is all about. So that Raw Yoga Life program is kind of like this beautiful whirlwind of these three systems working all together. And so these two programs are starting on the 5th at the same time. And you can do both, you can do one. And actually, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you become an All-Star, Raw Food All-Star member on my website, you get access to both. Right now, that membership is 20% off, and you can get it for $120. But let me tell you what it gets you. This is insane. I've created so many menu plans over the past 7 years. And so Raw Foods on a Budget gives you 7 menu plans for every season of the year. Raw Yoga Life, it gets you 3 weeks of a menu plan. And it's about a 120-page menu plan. Raw Foods on a Budget has over 250 pages of menu plans. It's almost 400 pages of menu plans that you get access to as an all-star. It ends up being about 3.5 months that you can have planned out and be enjoying different recipes. I mean, talk about support. And all of them are meant to be budget conscious, colorful, and taste beautiful. Okay. And you also get over 1,000 pages of raw food content. So you get Raw Foods on a Budget. You actually get that book mailed to your house. And that's a $20 value. That's not even including the price of shipping. Okay. And All-Star package actually comes with shipping. So you get Raw Foods on a Budget book, and that's won 2 awards, 2 independent publisher awards, which is amazing. You get that book. You also get the ebook versions of Confessions of an East Coast Raw Vegan, Raw Food and Real Families. You get both of the workbooks for both of my programs. So the Raw Foods on a Budget workbook, that's meant to be written in, and it goes through each of the daily articles and affirmations. And so that's a 192-page book. You also get the workbook for Raw Yoga Life, which takes you through the whole vision mapping, all the affirmations, the food log, journaling, all those things. It's meant to be something that you hold in your hand. And you get that as well and actually you get to choose which workbook you would like to have mailed to your house. So you can have the Raw Foods on a Budget workbook, or you can have the Raw Yoga Life workbook. So you actually get 2 paperback books mailed to your house. You get access to 2 programs with almost 400 pages of menu plans, over 1,000 pages of raw food strategies, content, stories, and you get to connect to a greater community of people who are interested in taking care of themselves. Because we all need community, we all need support. We're humans. We're not perfect all the time. Okay, and then you also get the last thing, which is really cool. You get over 30 interviews with budget conscious experts, like living budget conscious. Wait, what was it? People who live budget conscious lives, and with topics that range from not only how to eat raw foods on a budget, but how to eat vegan on the budget, vegetarian on a budget, how to grow a garden on a budget, how to have health care on a budget, how to raise your children to give them to teach them to be more financially responsible. So starting that in childhood. It's about 30 topics. It's pretty amazing. It's all from the Health on a Budget Summit, and through that summit you get access to either 5 or 6 ebooks, and that include recipe books, but nutrition books, and so you get a lot of information. And what's also cool, the last thing that I'll say, not only do you get lifetime access to all those materials, you know, the things that I do next, All Stars, to me that's kind of an investment program, and they basically get everything that I do. Okay, so as I'm working on my new Raw Yoga Life book, they will get access to that book for free, you know. And so it's a wonderful program. It's regular $150, and it's right now $120. Take advantage, sign up. Make sure you sign up early so that you get your books in time. If you want to upgrade into this package, you can do that as well. And just shoot me an email, brandy@rawfoodsonabudget.com. Tell me what you bought. I'll give you the upgrade price, and we'll go ahead and get started, because there's no time like the present. And excuse all the mess there. I'm trying to create a video with this breakfast granola that I've been enjoying, that is made completely on the fly. And so hopefully you guys will be seeing that soon. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.